Hello everyone, Pallytum here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Rexxar was just added into the game, and we are going to be going into the shop to try him out. This is something I did for Charism, the monk, and everyone seemed to like that, so I thought, you know what, let's do it again. We're just going to be looking over his abilities. We're going to see what we can see. We're going to get a first impression of this character, and I'm going to try to come up with some builds that I think might be viable for the guy. So I don't really know what to expect. He's a ranged warrior. Okay. So first of all, my game's in French, so he's not going to sound like this on your client, most likely. Looks like the bear follows him everywhere he goes, which is cool. Her name's, what is her name? Maya? Something like that. His abilities, Spirit Swoop. Deals 61 damage to enemies in a line, slowing them by 30% for 2 seconds. So it's a skill shot slow where you throw a bird at someone. Misha, Carnage. Misha charges in a line, dealing 35 damage and stunning enemies. So another line skill shot. And then Mint Pet is our third ability. It allows us to heal our bear. D ability, Misha Follow. Activate to command Misha to stay by your side. If Misha dies, she will revive in 14 seconds. Okay. Or Misha Attack. Activate this command, and Misha will attack your enemies. So, if I go into attack right now... Okay, so she doesn't aggro, but if I tell her to attack, boom, there she goes, tanking both of the towers. Cool. Okay, indefinitely. Okay, that was good to know. So, can I clear cooldowns and bring her back? No, she's dead. Okay. Talents, level 1. Grizzled Bear. Misha periodically reduces the damage from enemy heroes. So it's a bit of a block, and it is block. Then we have Regen Master. Collecting regeneration goes permanently increases the health regen of Rexxar and Misha. Regen globes restore 100% more mana. I don't see this one having much validity. Just first impressions. Like, restoring mana is good, but where does that leave you in the late game? You know what I'm saying? Or Flare. Fire flare out the area, revealing it for 5 seconds. Is this, Okay. What's the range on this? Okay, so the range is... It's not bad. Not great. So this will show stealth heroes. It'll reveal the area. You know, whatever. Regen Master block, probably going to be the way to go. Keep in mind that Rexxar himself does not have a lot of escapes. He has the stun, but his bear could be away from him in this hypothetical situation, which means that the only thing he really has to keep himself safe with is the bird, the falcon, whatever this is. So we're going to say regeneration globes are the way to go. Let's just start to level up a little bit. Let's get to level 10, and then we'll bring out the bots and see what we can do. Okay, talent level 4. Misha's attack, heal her. That seems pretty self-explanatory. A vampiric assault, but only for the bear. Only for the bear. Increased spirit swoop slow amount to 40%. Its base percent is 30, so you're getting 10% more slow. And you are getting 1 more second on the slow. Doesn't seem that great. Increase the Spirit Swoop range by 20%. Now we're talking. If Spirit Swoop hits an enemy hero, the mana cost is refunded. That one sounds really, really good. Easy Prey. Increases Misha's damage to minions and mercenaries by 150% and reduces the damage Misha takes from minions and mercenaries. So it's almost like a superiority for the bear. You don't get Mercenary Lord. You know, it sounds like a superiority for only the bear. That's weird. We'll do the swoop range. Although this sounds good. It's just, how are we going to use that in a practice game? You know what I'm saying? Level 7. Blood of the Rhino. Increases the min pet duration by 5 seconds. Presumably that would double the healing. We can assume that, right? Increases your basic attack range by 25%. So our attack range right now is garbage. Okay. So that one seems like it's probably going to be a must. Misha's basic attack lowers the cooldowns of Misha's charge by 2 seconds. So it's a battle momentum for her W ability. or for Rexxar's W ability. And the ability normally has a 12-second cooldown. Remember, this is a stun for 1.5 seconds. So you could have her charge on top of a target, start auto-attacking that target, and then theoretically continue to stun him. It would only take 6 auto-attacks. What's her auto-attack speed like? So probably 1 a second. So, I mean, it has its uses. It has its uses. And then last but not least, increases Spirit Swoop damage by 300% to non-heroic enemies. So kind of going along with Easy Prey, this will make you push lanes faster, take mercenary camps faster, maybe kill an immortal faster. So definitely a PvE talent. We are going to go with Axe range. Now let's look at that range again, because I feel like this is incredibly relevant. This is our range now, and this is our range now. I honestly didn't see much of a difference because I wasn't paying attention. But 25% increased range is more than you get from Nexus Frenzy at level 20 on most assassin characters. So it is a significant increase. Beastial Wrath increases Misha's basic attacks by 150% for 12 seconds. So how much is she hitting for right now? She is hitting for, what was that? 8? No, go hit it. You have my permission. Oh, never mind. I did the wrong command. Wrong command again. Okay, that's going to be weird. So you're hitting for 82? If we do this, you'll be hitting for what? 205? That's significant. When we're hitting for 126, and keep in mind, we could be doing this on 2 different targets, and, you know, depending on how well we actually micro the bear. Okay. Okay. We're starting to get it. We're starting to get it. We will show the other heroic in just a moment. Let's boot this up to level 20. So, Wildfire Burr. Misha deals damage. So this is that inner rage thing, but significantly higher damage on it. So normally this deals 32 damage in an area around your hero. This does 62 damage in an area around your bear. This is great for just going into fights and doing damage to everybody. It's a deceptive amount of damage. Also great for clearing creep if you're going up against a Zagara player. Keep in mind that Misha actually has more health than we do by about 400 at level 20. So she is going to be able to stay in a fight for a long time unless the enemy team does focus her down. But still, 4,000 HP, kind of hard to go. Kind of hard to burn through that too quick. And, I mean, is that really a good idea in a team fight? You're not actually killing a hero. You still have Rexxar back here that can do stuff. If she dies, how long is she dead now? She'll revive in 24 seconds. At level 20, we're probably looking at a minute cooldown for us if we die. So the bear has a 24-second cooldown, so she's going to be able to re-enter the fight pretty quick. Assuming she has to run back. That's probably worth testing too. Okay, so anyway, your basic attacks increase both you and Misha's movement speed by 25% for 2 seconds. So definitely a mobility talent here. Do you really need... Well, you don't have escapes, right? So this could be extremely useful, actually. Then Bear Necessities, bonus points for that talent name. If Misha's charge doesn't hit an enemy hero, it can be cast again for free in the next 3 seconds. So, kind of a... Okay, so he's dead right now. Is there any indicator here? There's no timer at the top of the screen, so it doesn't look... it doesn't appear that my team would know that Misha is dead. I'm just a hunter without his bear right now. But, oh, okay. So she pops right back up here. That's what I wanted to know. So she could charge, which again normally has a 2-second cooldown. There was a talent earlier that we could reduce that cooldown. Remember, this is a stun. That is a stun. It deals 130 damage too, which is about as much as her auto attacks are going to be dealing. So you could also see it as another auto attack. But what's the last one? Misha takes 50% less damage from abilities for 5 seconds after using charge. Okay. So, I don't know which would be the best thing here at all. I think they all have their place, actually. And I genuinely mean that. Except for maybe this one. Like, really? Just... I could see it if you both got... If you both got the spell shield, but only the bear gets the spell shield, that doesn't seem super worth it. Yeah, let's just go with the wildfire. This'll passively increase her damage. Every single time she auto attacks, you can basically add 62 damage to it. Yeah, kind of a weird talent tier, honestly. Okay, we're gonna refresh the forts again. Primal Intimidation. This is another talent that's in the game normally. Enemies that basic attack you or Misha have their attack speed slowed by 40%. This is called like, I forget what it's called normally. This is in the game normally, but I don't believe the amount of the attack speed slowed is 40%. So maybe this is a buff, but this is another talent where you and your bear both benefit from this, rather than what we were seeing here with Barkskin. Increases men pet healing when Misha is low. Okay, that has its place. When Spirit Swoop hits an enemy hero, you gain 100% attack speed for 3 seconds. Really? That is Rexxar who gains the attack speed. Okay. And then Feign Death. Fake your death, becoming invulnerable and untargetable for 5 seconds. During this time, you control Misha. Okay, hold up. You, like, legit fake your death? Can they see your health bar? Okay. Alright, this is gonna... That's extremely interesting. Okay, we can go in here, fake our death, and then we just control Misha as if she was our character. She's controlled just by right clicks. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's call her back. Your trait doesn't have much of a cooldown at all. So, like, the symbol over her head means she's following me. We can tell her to go in, and if it's time to leave, we just call her back to us, and she'll follow us till the end. Pretty cool. I like this so far. It's definitely interesting. And then at level 20, Hardened Shield seems pretty good. Frenzy of Kalimdor. Your basic attacks deal 10% more damage, and Misha's basic attacks... So this is not Nexus Fury, even though it has the same icon. Your basic attacks deal 10% more damage. That seems good. We already have the attack range increase back here for more than Nexus Fury would give us. And Misha's basic attacks slow the target by 20% for 1.25 seconds. So if she's able to stick to a target, that's going to be an indefinite slow. We can look at our stats, but it's not going to show me the stats of our pet. I really want to know what her attack speed is. If I had to guess, it's probably about 1 a second. Whereas Rexxar's attack speed is a little under that. He attacks very slow. Very slow. So that one, you know, it doesn't seem bad. That could be really good for singling out a target. It's going to allow Misha to stick to characters like Kael Thas, basically force them to use their crowd control to get away. What is this? Spirit Bond increases the duration of Beastial Wrath by 50%. Its current duration is 12 seconds, so you would get up to 18. Look at that math on the spot. And Misha's basic attacks heal Rexxar for 50% of the damage dealt. The other one would be Hardened Skin, which allows both myself and Misha to absorb take 75% less damage for the next 4 seconds. It's interesting. All of his talents basically, there seems to be a real divide. Some of them work on both heroes. Some of them only work on the bear. Some of them only work on Rexxar. You really have to pay attention when you're selecting these things. Let's go for the heal. And let's fix these forts. We'll bring out the bots. And we'll see how this goes. Definitely a different play style. I can already tell. Look at me pushing back the lane here. Oh, so good. Okay, so she went in there without me telling her to do anything. Let's get her to follow me. Let's try that again. She can do whatever she wants. Okay, maybe I did click. Okay, I did click. Alright, there's the stun. It doesn't seem like we're doing a crazy amount of damage. Not at all. The body blocks could be pretty good on this. Keep in mind, you can't really micro Misha that well. She just kind of does whatever she wants to. It's not like the water elemental where you can tap a key and tell her where to go. She just kind of attacks things. Does this go through walls? Yes, it does. So this just goes through everything. Your Q ability will just travel through anything. Let's go ahead and toggle the minions on and off again. Refresh the forts. I want to show that off a little bit. Go ahead and heal Misha up. It looks like your main form of micro is just going to be right-clicking on someone for Misha to attack them, and then if she goes too deep, you pull her back. Now, what happens if I switch targets? So we're going in here on the minion, and now I'm right-clicking this. So she will follow my target. What if I don't want... Okay. So she follows my target. What if I turn this off and attack things? Then she's just hanging out. But she attacked Arthas when he walked through her hitbox. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. So we have Feigned Death. I'm trying to theorycraft ways we could potentially body block with this. We could get movement speed on some of our abilities and things, but it looks like the... Wow! Does that do damage over time, too? No. Maybe. Wow, that owl actually does a lot of damage. So Misha can jump on this guy as he's running away, and then we can hit him with an owl as he's leaving. We're gonna bring him back. I'm trying to get a feel for this. This is different. This is very different. So, when we attack with the Misha follow command on, or the Misha attack command on, I'm confused. Yeah, okay. So this is with Misha follow, or Misha attack on, even though it says Misha follow when we activate it. Okay, so we can tell her to jump in, stun a guy, Beastial Wrath, and then try to chase him down. Okay, so, okay, I have some ideas. Let me run this by you. We're going to go ahead and reset our level. We're going to boost back up to 20. It seems like the talents that increase Misha's mobility are going to be the ones that are the most important when you are using Beastial Wrath at level 20. So, let's try that. We want health regen. Misha attacks heal her. That seems good. Yes, we'll go with that. Misha's basic attacks lower the cooldown of her dash. Okay, Beastial Wrath can cast charge twice. Sure. And then we'll go with Feigned Death so he can control Misha even better. And then we will go for the slow here. Alright. Alright, Arthas. Try again. You gotta do better than that. So, this is a full pet build here. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to get the most out of Beastial Wrath. We want it dealing as much damage as humanly possible. Let's send her back. Where's Arthas? Okay, here we go. We're going to Beastial Wrath, lunge in on top of him. I'm going to slow him with the eagle. And now she's just up here doing her damage. She's doing her thing. We're going to have one more eagle in us, and then I'm going to feign death so I can walk in front of Arthas with Misha. Let's try that one more time. Let's try that one more time. So the idea there was we wanted to body block. I could not actually tell if it made a difference or not, though. Misha is very fast, by the way. Just to make that clear, she moves faster than default hero speed. Way faster. Okay, we have her attacking Arthas right now. Here comes the Beastial Wrath. She's doing 355 damage a swing. We're gonna feign death, move in on Misha, and just... Oh... Okay. So, I don't know if you saw that error text that popped up, but that actually said that Misha leashed back onto me. So it doesn't seem like that kind of micro is going to be feasible at all. But with the free charge, she should be able to cover a lot of ground pretty quickly. So if you're going to try to body block someone, it needs to be in an enclosed area where Misha is not going to be leaving your side at all. Basically is what I just learned from that. Let's clear our cooldowns. We're going to slow him, charge on top of him, Beastial Wrath, feign death. Yeah. Doesn't seem that bad. It's just that there's a really big downside there that she can't leave your side. She also doesn't have any way to scale over obstacles, so she wouldn't be able to chase into a base at all. Rexxar in general doesn't seem to have that capability. But okay, that's one take on a Rexxar build. I don't feel like that's terrible. The slow on her auto attacks is going to be a pretty big deal. Let's go ahead, reset our level, and try to come up with one build that's focused around Rexxar. So we want that again. Block or regen globes are going to be where you want to be in the early game. Rexxar does not have a lot of sustain himself. Most of the sustain is focused around Misha, from what I've been able to tell. Increased range and mana, maybe. Yeah, okay. Basic attack range increase seems pretty good. We're going to unleash the Boars. This is the other ultimate. Release a herd of Boars that track down all enemy heroes in a direction, dealing 240 damage, revealing and slowing enemies by 40% for 5 seconds. So what does this do? It sends out a shit ton of Boars in a frontal cone. It will send out 1 Boar per hero. And as you can see, that did a dismal 140 damage to Arthas there. But what this also does is if there are stealthies in the area, this will reveal the stealthies. So if you have a Zeratul, if you have a Nova, this will go out and help you with that. Also, it looks like Misha immediate. Okay. Sometimes she goes after the target immediately. Sometimes she doesn't. We're going to slow down Arthas here. I think an important part of playing this character is going to be understanding that your crowd control can overlap and you don't want them to. For sure. Anyway, we are going to go for movement speed increase for sure if we're focusing on Rexxar here. This is going to allow us to get away from things, but also chase down targets a lot more effectively. And then we want to go for... oh, that's cool. Okay, Spirit Swoop increases your attack speed, and then your basic attacks deal more damage. So we have 2 attack speed increases. 1 coming from our Q ability, 1 coming from just hitting an enemy, right? No, this is attack range, okay. We get an attack speed increase when Misha... No. Okay. Yeah. This isn't even attack speed. My bad. I'm getting confused. It is kind of weird to have to think about 2 different entities when you're picking your talents. So let's just review all of this before I lose it. So we have Regen Master. We have mana return on our Q and a range increase on our Q. Fuck, I reset my level. Which seemed pretty good. Then we had... Okay, Regen Master, range increase, and return mana. Then we had a attack range increase on Rexxar, which is going to make his attack range at least somewhat competitive. We had Unleash the Boars, which again is a slow and a frontal cone. These are like heat-seeking missiles. That's how Kai Berries described it to me. And I could not agree more with that now that I've actually seen it. Then we went for Thrill of the Hunt, which is going to give us a movement speed increase whenever we auto-attack. This should increase our Marine Micro capabilities quite a bit. Then we have attack speed on our Q as well, which is going to allow us to deal significantly more damage. Alright, not bad. And then at level, what, 17, or did we already get that? We already got that. At level 20, Frenzy of Kalimdor seems to be the way to go. Unleash the Boars deals 50% more damage and roots for 1.5 seconds. The damage on this is going to be completely laughable still. So I don't think that's meaningful at all. It just did 120 damage there. Like, seriously? You're in this, you get this talent for the slow. It's a 40% slow for 5 seconds. That's huge. That is huge. And it also reveals stealthies, which could be very, very good in a team fight. But, like, as far as actually picking it to deal damage, no, it's not going to do that ever. You're picking the wrong ultimate for that. So I think for that reason, your basic attacks deal 10% more damage, and Misha's attack slow is going to complement the rest of the build quite nicely. It's going to allow us to get in and deal damage when we need to. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good talent. Pretty good talent. I think, well, I'm theorizing that the best build for Rexxar is going to be one that's a bit of a hybrid. Now that I can see how easy it is for heroes to run away, being able to get more of a stun, more stuns out, with the aspect of the beast, seems like it'd be very, very good. But you are missing out on what I would consider a pretty important attack range increase there by doing that. So that remains to be seen what the best build is going to be. But these are my first impressions of Rexxar. We spent 25 minutes with him dicking around in try mode, trying things out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know this is very different from what you normally see on my channel, but this was requested after we did it the last time, and people really liked it. There's going to be a Rexxar gameplay video coming out very soon. I hope you guys look forward to that, and I'll see you all